Hello, good noon, listeners. Today's session, we just try to concentrate some problems which are related to the formulae which are derived in the previous class on compound angles in the form of addition formulae and subtraction formulae, and formulae involving multiple angles and submultiple angles. So one thing you should be remember always, all those formulae what you learn in the previous class, including the geometrical proof of sine of a plus b, cos of a plus b, and tan of a plus b. So with respect to examination point of view, and also with respect to further subject chapters, these topics are very much important. So please keep this important concept in your mind. So let us start to discuss few problems on the compound angles first. So in the examination, you may expect the question of the type, evaluate sine of 75 degree. The question is, it may be awarded for the 3 marks. Evaluate sine of 75 degree. So definitely one can say 75 degree is an acute angle. If it is a standard angle, we know numerical value of a trigonometric function when it is connected to standard angles in the form of 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree. But we came to know even though 75 degree is an acute angle, but it is not a standard angle. But still the question needs the numerical value of sine of a function when connected to some acute angle which is not a standard angle, which is in the form of a 75 degree. One thing we may know in our previous discussion, that if you write any angle in the form of a sum or difference of an angle, that is in the form of a plus b or a minus b, and we know what octants on the right hand side when it is connected to any trigonometric function like sine, cos, tan, and the reciprocal. Now we have a trigonometric function sine, the value is 75 degree. Now by applying the common sense, you just try to rewrite 75 degree in the form of a sum or difference of any two angles, provided those two angles must be a standard angles. I mean, what I want to see is, we know the standard angles are 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree. Out of these standard angles, by adding any two angles or by subtracting any two angles, so that result should be given for 75 degree. So you can say when we add 45 degree with 30 degree, you will get 75 degree. I mean 45 plus 30 degree is equal to 75 degree. Both 45 degree and 30 degree are referred as the standard angles. Next what I should going to do is, sine, you have to write the same trigonometric function. Instead of 75 degree, you just rewrite it as 45 plus 30. Right? I just write 75 as 45 plus 30. Now you think 45 degree as A and 30 degree as B. If you think like that, the entire expression is in the form of sine of A plus B. We know that what is sine of A plus B? It is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Sine A means 45 degree, into cos B, B means 30 degree, right? Plus cos A, in the place of A there is 45 degree, into sine B, in the place of B there is 30 degree. Now we know the numerical value of 45 degree when it is connected to sine, it is 1 by root 2. Then we know that cos 30 is root 3 by 2, plus also cos 45 is 1 by root 2 and sine 30 is 1 by 2. Now you just take LCM to simplify the given numbers. Definitely the LCM is 2 root 2. So the first term in the numerator is root 3 plus second term will be the 1. Therefore, you can say the numerical value of sine 75 degree is equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2. So the entire concept depending upon the sine of a plus b, I mean addition formula which is connected to sine. But you know the concept of writing the given angle as sum or difference of any two angles, but those two angles represents a standard angle. So next, let us pass on to the next problem. Next problem is evaluate cos of 15 degree. Once again, the same strategy holds good here also. 15 degree, it is an acute angle. If it is a standard angle, we may write its numerical. Even though it is acute angle, we never think that 15 degree as a standard angle. Now, applying the common sense, write this 15 degree as sum or difference of any two standard angles. So we came to know when we subtract 30 degree by 45 degree, you will get 15 degree. I mean, what I want to say is rewrite 15 degree as 45 minus 30 degree. Why we are going to write like this one means we know the subtraction formula connected to cosine of a function. I mean, we know cos of a minus b. As that of the previous problem, here also you consider 45 degree as a and 30 degree as a b. If you consider like that, the entire expression will be in the form of cos of a minus b. We know that cos of a minus b can be written as cos a cos b. In the place of a, 45 degrees there. In the place of b, 30 degrees there. Plus sin a sin b. Sin 45 into sin 30. Because we know that cos of a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Then rest of the job is very easy. So we know that cos 45 is 1 by root 2 and cos 30 is root 3 by 2 plus sin 45 is 1 by root 2, sin 30 is 1 by 2, right? So as that of the previous case, here also you just take 2 root 2 as an LCM. So surprisingly, here also you will get root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2. So this numerical in this case is for cos 15 degree, right? So sin 75 degree is found to be root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2. Cos 15 degree is also equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2. Even though it is not a so specific formula, so you have to keep this result in your mind as the value of sin 75 degree is equal to cos 15 degree, which is equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2. So I mean, what I want to say is, even though it is not a standard result, you have to remember these results in your mind, because while doing the problems in the further classes, so I think these relations may help us. Now let us pass on to one more problem of this type. Find the value of cos 75 degree. So in the previous problem, we find the value of sin 75 degree. The same old angle, but the trigonometric function is different. Now this cos, right as it is, as that in the previous case, 75 degree, you just write it as a 45 plus 30. Now read the expression as cos of a plus b. What is cos of a plus b? We know that it is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Right, I just recall the addition formula for cos of a plus b. We know that cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Again, in the place of a, 45 degrees there. In the place of b, 30 degrees there. Now, as in the previous case, cos 45, we know that it is 1 by root 2. Cos 30, we all know it is root 3 by 2. Minus sin 45, it is 1 by root 2. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Again, this is equal to, if you take 2 root 2 as the LCM, so you will get root 3 minus 1. Thus, we proved that cos 75 degree is numerically equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 root 2. So, this is the numerical value for cos 75 degree. Similarly, evaluate sine 15 degree. Recall the previous case. There we find the cos 15 degree. Here we find the sine 15 degree. You have to give the same treatment for 15 degree as in the previous. I mean, rewrite 15 degree as 45 minus 30 degree. Right? If you write like that, the entire expansion is in the form of sine of A minus B, where A is 45 degree and B is 30 degree. Now you can write sine of A minus B as sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Now sine 45 it is 1 by root 2, cos 30 it is root 3 by 2. Minus cos 45 it is 1 by root 2, sin 30 it is 1 by 2. Now if you take the 2 root 2 as LCM, the first term will be the root 3 minus second term will be the 1 on the numerator. Thus we find the numerical value for sine when it is connected to 15 degree as root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 root 2. As that of the previous case, here also the numerical on the right hand side matches for cos 75 degree and also sine 15 degree. I mean, what I want to say is cos 75 degree is equal to root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2 and sine 15 degree is also equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 root 2. So thus you can remember this one as a relation. The numerical value of cos 75 degree is equal to sine 15 degree, which is equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 root 2. So in this way you have to remember the concept like that. Now, let us continue the same. Find the value of tan 75 degree. Find the value of tan 75 degree. As out of the previous cases, you can rewrite 75 as 45 plus 30. Treat 45 as A and 30 degree as B. If you treat like that, this will be in the form of tan of A plus B. We know that tan of A plus B is tan A plus tan B whole divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. Is it correct? Just to recall the addition formulae for tangent. We know that tan of A plus B is equal to tan A plus tan B whole divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. So here also in the place of A there is a 45 degree, in the place of B there is 30 degree. Now write down the numericals for these standard angles. Tan 45 degree it is 1. Plus we know that tan 30 degree is found to be 1 by root 3 whole divided by 1 minus 1 into 1 by root 3. Right? Now in the numerator you can take root 3 as LCM. What you will get is root 3 plus 1 whole divided by, in the denominator also you can take the root 3 as an LCM. You will get root 3 minus 1. So root 3 in the numerator, root 3 in the denominator gets cancelled each other. Now we write always tan 75 degree is equal to, so root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1. Still there is a scope for simplification. If you rationalize the denominator, you will get some other numerical. So while simplifying that one also, the total numerical obtained is equivalent to root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1. So this question is limited for 3 marks. For 3 marks, if you write up to this extent, so it will be more than sufficient. Now tan 75 is equal to this one. Instead of asking find the value of tan 75, suppose if we requires the numerical value for cot 75 degree, so you need not to apply the cot of a plus b, because if you know the tan of a plus b, then cot of a plus b is 1 by tan of a plus b, because tan and cot are reciprocal to each other. I mean, tan of 75 is equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by 1 minus root 3 minus 1 means, similarly, you can write what is cot 75 degree. Cot 75 degree is nothing but a 1 by tan 75 degree, is it not? So when we replace the tan 75 degree for root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1, this denominator of the denominator goes to the numerator. You may get, so the value of cot 75 degree as root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. Even in the examination, find the value of cot 75 degree, consider tan, you write consider tan 75. So follow the steps in this fashion. After getting tan 75 degree, we know that cot 75 degree is equal to 1 by tan 75 degree. Replace the numerical obtained for tan 75 degree, then you can write root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1 is a numerical for cot 75 degree. Similarly, let us evaluate one more value, that is the value of tan 15 degree. You can write the tan 15 degree by using the same old relation. So connect the previous case. In the previous case, you write 15 degree as 45 minus 30. Is it not? So if you consider 45 degree as A and 30 degree as B, now this is in the form of tan of A minus B. We also know the subtraction formula for tan as tan of A minus B is tan A minus tan B whole divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. So don't forget, in the place of A there is a 45 degree and in the place of B there is a 30 degree. Now you just substitute the numericals for standard angles. Tan 45 it is 1, tan 30 it is 1 by root 3 whole divided by 1 plus again 1 into 1 by root 3, right? Now if you take root 3 as an LCM in the numerator, you will get root 3 minus 1. Similarly, if you take root 3 as an LCM, you will get root 3 plus 1. So root 3 gets cancels in numerator and denominator. Therefore, you can write tan 15 degree is equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. So as that of the previous case, instead of asking find the value of tan 15 degree, if someone expect the value of cot 15 degree, you can apply the same convention. So you can write similarly cot 15 degree. As we all know, cot is reciprocal for tan. Therefore, cot 15 degree, you can rewrite it as 1 by tan 15 degree. This is equal to 1 by, so tan 15 degree is root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. This denominator of the denominator goes to the numerator. That is, you will get root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1. So in this fashion, so you may find the numerical for cot 15 also. Observe these four results: tan 75 degree, cot 75 degree, tan 15 degree and cot 15 degree. So you may get a conclusion, tan 75 degree is equal to cot 15 degree is equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1, right? Similarly, cot 75 degree is equal to tan 15 degree is equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. These are all not the standard results, but if you remember these results in a well-defined manner, so the problems what we solved in the further classes, they may become very easier for you. That's why you just concentrate the concept in this fashion. So far what we proved is the numerical value of sine 75 degree is equal to cos 15 degree, which is equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2, right? One more result what we proved is the value of cos 75 degree is equal to sine 15 degree, which is equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 root 2, right? The value of tan 75 degree, which is equal to cot 15 degree, which is equal to root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1. And also we proved the numerical value of cot 75 degree, which is equal to tan 15 degree, which is equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1, right? So these are the results. Even though they are not standard result, try to remember these results in this fashion. Now the next problem is prove that sine of a plus b, sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b, which is equal to sine square a minus sine square b. Sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b, which is equal to sine square a minus sine square b, whatever it may be. So prove that means you have to prove LHS is equal to RHS, is it not? Now let us try to consider the LHS first. What is the LHS is given? LHS is sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b, right? We just consider the LHS. Now we know what is the compound angle formula, I mean addition formula for sine in the form of sine of a plus b. It is sine of a plus b, we know that sine a cos b plus cos a sine b, right? I just replace sine of a plus b as sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Into the second term it is sine of a minus b. We also know subtraction formula for sine in the form of sine of a minus b. It is sine of a minus b is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. So observe the LHS now, sine a cos b plus cos a sine b, sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. So if you consider this sine a cos b as a and cos a sine b as b, then it is a and this is b. Now you just read this LHS now, it is a plus b into a minus b. Now the LHS will take the shape of a plus b into a minus b. We know that a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. What is there in the place of a? It is sine a cos b whole square minus b square. What is there in the place of b? It is cos a sine b whole square it is, right? So as we all know, the square is applicable for this term and also this term. Therefore, you can rewrite this one as sin square A cos square B minus cos square A sin square B. So now we just concentrate on the RHS. What the RHS we are going to meet is sin square A minus sin square B. I mean, for both angles A and B, the trigonometric function is sin only. But here we have sin and cos also. So try to convert all the cos terms in terms of sin by using the one of the basic identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore, cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. In the RHS, we need the sin. Therefore, you have to write sin as it is. Cos square B. Instead of cos square B, you just rewrite this one as 1 minus sin square B. I hope you may understand. Instead of cos square theta, I just replace 1 minus sin square theta, because cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Again, minus. So first write the sin square B as it is, because we need the sine function for B angle in the required RHS. What we left, cos square A. We don't want cos, that's why cos square A you have to replace it in terms of sine as 1 minus sin square A. Right? Now sin square A into 1, it is sin square A minus sin square A cos sin square B. Now minus sin square B into 1 is sin square B. Minus into minus plus, it is sin square A sin square B. Now plus sin square A sin square B minus sin square A sin square B gets cancelled each other. So finally the remaining thing on the right hand side is sin square A minus sin square B. So this is itself a required RHS. So this implies LHS is equal to RHS. That is, the value of sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B always is equal to sin square A minus sin square B. Even though it is not at all a standard result, in most of the examination it is required to prove that sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B is equal to sin square A minus sin square B. So I hope you may understand. No, like that of the previous one, try to prove one more problem. Prove that the sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B as cos square B minus cos square A. Prove that sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B is equal to cos square B minus cos square A. So now, just like that of the previous problem, let us consider the LHS. What is the LHS? Sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B. Now rewrite the addition formula and subtraction formula for sin as sin of A plus B, sin of A minus B. So now this is, as in the previous case, you have to imagine this one as A plus B into A minus B. You will get A square minus B square. Since we don't want sin here, we don't want sin term up to this term, so you have to follow the previous case. Now concentrate on the result. What is the result? What is the result? The result for both angle A and B, only cosine of a function is there. That's why our common sense tells us that replace sin for cos and try to get the required result. So sin square A we don't want. That's why I just convert sin square A as 1 minus cos square A. Because sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. So now cos square B you have to write as it is, right? Minus cos term we want on the required RHS, therefore cos square A write as it is. We don't want a sin function, convert it into cos as 1 minus cos square b, because again sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Now cos square b into 1, it is cos square b minus cos square a cos square b minus cos square a into 1, it is cos square a, minus into minus it is plus, it is cos square a cos square b. Now these are the same quantities with opposite sign, gets cancelled each other. What will be the remaining thing is, it is cos square b minus cos square a. Of course it is a required RHS, therefore LHS equal to RHS. What is their LHS? Sin of a plus b into sin of a minus b. What is RHS? Cos square b minus cos square a. So in this fashion, by applying the addition formula and subtraction formula, you get the required RHS. Now, so move on to the next problem. Prove that tan of pi by 4 plus a into tan of pi by 4 minus a, which is equal to 1. To that tan of pi by 4 plus a into tan of pi by 4 minus a, which is equal to 1. Now you just consider the LHS. What is the LHS? Tan of pi by 4 plus a into tan of pi by 4 minus a, right? So pi means it is the angle which is expressed in terms of the radians. So for our simplification sake, convert the angle in radian in terms of degree. Pi radian, we know that 180 degree. 180 divided by 4 is 4 4s are 4 5s. It is 45 degree. So it is in the form of tan 45 plus a into, it is in the form of tan 45 minus a. Right? Now recall the addition formula for tan, that is tan of a plus b. We all know it is tan a plus tan b whole divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. Don't forget, in the place of a 45 degrees there, in the place of b a is there. Now similarly, recall the subtraction formula for tan also. I mean, it is in the form of tan of a minus b. We know that tan of a minus b is tan a minus tan b whole divided by 1 plus tan a tan b. Right? But we all know tan 45 degrees is numerically equal to 1. That's why the first term is 1 plus tan a divided by, it is 1 minus tan 45 is 1. 1 into tan a, it is tan a. Right? Into, again in this case also, it is tan 45 is 1 minus tan a divided by, here also 1 plus 1 into tan a, it is tan a. Observe here, 1 minus tan a in the numerator, 1 minus tan a in the denominator gets cancelled each other. Then 1 plus tan a in the numerator, 1 plus tan a in the denominator gets cancelled each other. You will get 1. So it is the required RHS. Therefore, you can say LHS equal to RHS. Right? Next problem. If sin A is equal to 3 by 5, if sin A is equal to 3 by 5 and cos B is equal to 9 by 41. So if sin A is equal to 3 by 5 and cos B is equal to 9 by 41, then find the value of sin of A plus B. Find the value of sin of A plus B. So it is given sin A is equal to 3 by 5 and cos B is equal to 9 by 41, and it is required to find the value of sin of A plus B. Now we know that what we know, sin of A plus B can be given as sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Right? Now we have a data for sin A, we have a data for cos B, but we don't have a data for cos A, so and data for sin B. So by using the sin A, you can calculate cos B. By using the cos B, you can calculate sin B. I mean, what I want to know is, we know that sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, right? We need sin B here. Therefore, sin square B is equal to 1 minus cos square B. So it is 1 minus cos square B means 9 square divided by 41 square. Right? This is sin B is equal to square root of, so 1 minus 9 9s are 81 divided by 41 into 41. 1 1s are 1, 1 4s are 4, 4 1s are 4, 4 4s are 16. 1816. It is 1681. Right? Now, if you take 1681 as an LCM, you will get it is 1681 minus 81. So don't forget the square root. If you subtract 81 by 1681, you will get 1600 divided by 1681. Both are under square root. Definitely one, if you remove the square root, it is 40 square is 1600. As we all know, 41 square is so 1681. Therefore, the value of sin B is equal to 40 by 41. Now we have a value for sin A, we have a value for cos B. Just now you found what is the value of sin B also. What is required is cos A, right? So now you can rewrite. What you can rewrite is, board is not sufficient. Okay, no problem. So we know that cos square A is equal to 1 minus sin square A, because we know the value of cos A where sin A is given. This is equal to 1 minus sin A is 3 by 5, sin square it is 9 by 25. So if I take the 25 as an LCM, it is 25 minus 9. Therefore, cos A now is equal to square root of 25 minus 9, it is 16 by 25, which is equal to 4 by 5, right? So, you know the value of cos A also. These two are the side work. Coming to the main work again. So, sin of A plus B now equal to, what is the value of sin A? It is 3 by 5. Into, what is the value of cos B? It is 9 by 41. Plus is there, right, plus sign. What is the cos A? We found just now, it is 4 by 5. Into, what is the value of sin B? It is 40 by 41. Right? So sin A, it is given 3 by 5. Cos B, it is given 9 by 41. Cos A, we found it as 4 by 5. Sin B, we found it as 40 by 41. So, for do the simplification, best thing is take the LCM. LCM is 5 into 41 itself. 9 3s are 27, 4 4s are 16, 1 0. So now, so it is 7, 8, 187 divided by 5 1s are 5, 5 4s are 20. So this is the value of sine of a plus b. Even though it is shows to be a very lengthy problem, if you know the basic concept, nothing is there. This problem may be awarded for 5 marks or 6 marks. Even at your home, you can find by taking sin a is equal to 3 by 5 and cos b is equal to 9 by 41. You can find the value of cos of a plus b or even cos of a minus b also. If you write cos of a minus b, as we all know, cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Find out the cos a as it is, find out the sin b as it is, replace it and simplify, you will get some numerical. So for cos of a minus b, this is the way to find the value of sin of a plus b. So in this case, now prove that 1 plus tan a into 1 plus tan b is equal to 2. 1 plus tan a into 1 plus tan b is equal to 2 if condition is given a plus b is equal to 45 degree. So what he says is, if a plus b is equal to 45 degree, prove that 1 plus tan a into 1 plus tan b is equal to 2. So now you just take the given data. What it is given? A plus b is equal to 45 degree. Observe the required expression. The required answer is there in the terms of tan only, tan a, tan b. We have the data in the form of a and b. So required data requires tangent function. Given data without tan it is given. By applying the common sense, apply the tangent function on either side. So the LHS becomes tan of a plus b. The RHS becomes, it is tan of 45 degree. I hope you may understand. Now we know that the tan of a plus b can be rewrite as tan a plus tan b whole divided by 1 minus tan a tan b, right? But we know that the numerical value for tan 45 degree is equal to 1. Now you just cross multiply the denominator to its opposite side. You will get tan a plus tan b is equal to 1 minus tan a tan b, right? Now you just write the tan a plus tan b as it is. This minus tan a tan b, if you transfer to the left hand side, it will become plus tan a into tan b. What will be the remaining thing on the right hand side? It is 1 only, right? Now observe the required data. In the required data, RHS contains 2. So taking this one as a trump card, we have a RHS as 1, required RHS is 2. So by applying the common sense, you can say by adding 1 to RHS, it will be 2. So according to rules, you may not do the operation only for the RHS. So for the normal procedure sake, so do the same operation for LHS and RHS also. I mean, what we are going to do in the next step is add 1 to LHS and also to the RHS. It does not affect the original expansion. Now I just write 1 plus. Can I just add 1 to the LHS? It will be 1 plus tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B. Now to the RHS also you have to add 1, right? Now you just consider 1 plus tan A as a one term and plus out of these two terms you can take tan B as a common factor. If you take tan B as a common factor, the first term will be 1 plus after leaving tan B, the rest in the next term is tan A. Now the RHS is 2. Right? So observe here 1 plus tan A is here, 1 plus tan A is here also. That's why take 1 plus tan A as a common factor. You will get the first term after leaving 1 plus tan A, it is 1. The next term after leaving 1 plus tan A, it is tan B only. Thus, you will meet the required goal. Thus, we prove that 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is equal to 2. So, in this way, simply by applying a common sense, what is given, what is required. So, by knowing these basic concepts, so you have to do the required answer. You have to get the required answer. Right? Next one. Prove that. Cos 3a divided by secant 2a plus sin 3a divided by cosecant 2a is equal to cos A. So we prove that it is required to prove that cos 3a by secant 2a plus sin 3a by cosecant 2a is equal to cos A. So observe here. So to meet the required RHS, so that is RHS, let us consider the LHS. Show that it is equal to the given RHS, right? By taking LCM also you can solve the LHS, but by applying the common sense you can say write down the cos 3a as it is into, after writing the cos 3a, what will be the remaining? 1 by secant 2a. We know that secant is a reciprocal for cos. Instead of 1 by secant 2a, you can rewrite it as a cos 2a. Is there anything wrong? I hope nothing. So cos 3a, I just write as it is. After cos 3a, what will be the remaining? It is 1 by secant 2a. We know that 1 by secant is cos. So the first term will become cos 3a into cos 2a. So plus is given, write plus as it is. Apply the same technique here also because cosecant is a reciprocal for sine. Now write sine 3a as it is into, after writing sine 3a, the rest is 1 by cosecant 2a. We know that 1 by cosecant is sine. Therefore, 1 by cosecant 2a, you can rewrite it as sine 2a. Now observe there, cos 3a, cos 2a plus sine 3a, sine 2a. If you assume this 3a as a and this 2a as b, this becomes a, this becomes b. Now read the obtained expression cos a, cos b plus sin a, sin b. Definitely it will meet the result obtained in case of the subtraction formula cos of a minus b. We know that cos of a minus b is equal to cos a cos b minus cos of a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. That is cos of, in the place of a there is a, minus in the place of b there is 2a. Cos of a minus b, cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Now cos of 3a minus 2a is a. So this is a required RHS. So in this way, so you have to solve the given problem. Cos 3a by secant 2a plus sin 3a by cosecant a is equal to cos a. Next one. Next one. If tan A is equal to 2 by 3. If tan A is equal to 2 by 3 and tan B is equal to 1 by 5.
Hello, sir.
I repeat, if tan A is equal to 2 by 3 and tan B is equal to 1 by 5, show that A plus B is equal to 45 degrees. Now it is given tan A is equal to 2 by 3 and tan B is equal to 1 by 5. What it is required to prove is A plus B is equal to 45 degrees. We just recall one of the previous problem what we solved there. The data is given in terms of A and B. It is required to find the data in terms of tan A and tan B. Here the case is quite reverse sense. The data is given in terms of tan A and tan B and the required result in the form of only angles A and B. So here also, so you have to take the what we want to prove. So A plus B is equal to 45 degrees. We are going to prove A plus B is equal to 45. Again, because the given data is in the form of tan A and tan B, tangent function, apply the tangent function on either sides of the equation. You will get tan of A plus B, which is equal to, so tan 45 degree. Right? Tan of A plus B is equal to tan 45 degree, or even you can you just instead of here it is, we are going to prove A plus B is equal to 45. It is not given, it is required to find. We know that, you can write, we know that instead of writing that one, we know that tan of A plus B is equal to tan A plus tan B whole divided by 1 minus tan A tan B, because A plus B is equal to 45 degree is our goal to prove. What is given? Tan A is equal to 2 by 3 and tan B is equal to 1 by 5. That's why we just consider, we know that tan of A plus B is equal to so and so. Now, tan of A plus B is equal to, what is tan A? It is 2 by 3 plus, what is tan B? It is 1 by 5 whole divided by 1 minus 2 by 3 into 1 by 5. Now, tan of A plus B, which is equal to, in the numerator you can take 15 as an LCM, right? 3 5s are 5 2s are plus 5 3s are 3 1s are whole divided by, in the denominator also 15 is the LCM. 15 ones are minus 2 ones are. This 15 gets cancels. So you will get 13 in the numerator, 13 in the denominator, because 10 plus 3 is 13, 15 minus 2 is also 13. By cancel these two things, you will get tan of A plus B is equal to 1. So we are going to get tan of A plus B is equal to 1 by applying the given data, but it is not required to prove. We are required to prove A plus B is equal to 45 degree. So by inspection method, you are going to prove this one. You will get the required result as equation 1. So we get the tan of A plus B is equal to 1. But we know very well, always tangent of 45 degree is numerically equal to 1. You can call this one as equation. It is, we are going to prove tan of A plus B is equal to 1. We call it as an equation 1. It's a well-known fact. Tan of 45 degree is always equal to 1. Now compare equations 1 and 2. You have the same RHS, same trigonometric function. In the place of A plus B, there is 45. By comparing equations 1 and 2, by inspection method only, you can write in the place of A plus B, if you substitute 45 degree, you will get the same RHS on equation 1 and equation 2. That's why you can write A plus B is equal to 45 degrees. So this is how we are going to meet the required data. Now, one more problem. Prove that tan 22 degree plus tan 23 degree plus tan 22 degree into tan 23 degree, which is equal to 1. Which is equal to 1. So it is required to prove tan 22 degree plus tan 23 degree plus tan 22 degree into tan 23 degree is equal to 1. Observe the LHS in all the steps. There are abnormal acute angles. 22, 23 are normal acute angles, no problem, because they are all noted as a standard or normal angles. So 22, 23, 22, 23. By applying a common sense, you can say by adding 22 degree with 23 degree, you will get 45 degree. 45 degree is a standard angle. So now here 22 degree plus 23 degree, which is equal to 45 degree. Is it a known fact by inspection method? Again, the required data is in form of tan only, right? Now, for that reason, apply tangent on either sides of an equation. Observe here, the given angles are 22 and 23. By adding 22 with 23, you will get 45 degree, which is a standard angle. Since the given data is in terms of tan only, apply tangent of a function on either sides of an equation. You will get LHS is tan 22 degree plus 23 degree, which is equal to tan 45 degree. Right? Now the LHS is in the form of tan of A plus B. We know that what is tan of A plus B? It is tan A plus tan B whole divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. But it is a well-known fact that the numerical value for 45 degree when it is connected to tangent is equal to 1. Now cross multiply it. So write down the numerator as it is tan 22 degree plus tan 23 degree. If you do the cross multiplication, the denominator will comes to the numerator on the opposite side. It is 1 minus tan 22 degree into tan 23 degree. Now, tan 22 plus tan 23. If you transfer this term to the opposite side, it will take positive sign. It is tan 22 degree into tan 23 degree, which is equal to 1. So in this way, so we made the required answer. Tan 22 plus tan 23 plus tan 22 into tan 23 is equal to 1. So next problem, if A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, if A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, then prove that tan A plus tan B plus tan C, which is equal to tan A into tan B into tan C. So observe here, it is given that a plus b plus c is equal to 180 degree. Instead of given the data as a plus b plus c is equal to 180 degree, he may say in any triangle ABC, prove that tan A plus tan B plus tan C is equal to tan A, tan B, tan C. Because whatever may be the type of a triangle, the sum of the three angles must be equal to 180 degree. A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. So it is given A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Since the given required data is in terms of a tangent of a function, so given A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, by keeping any two angles on the LHS, I transfer the remaining angle on the RHS, then it will take a minus sign. Now A plus B is equal to 180 minus C. Because the required data is in terms of tangent only, I just apply the tangent on either sides of the equation. The LHS is tan of A plus B, the RHS is tan of 180 minus C. Is it right? Now we know that addition formula for tan of A plus B as tan A plus tan B whole divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Right? This is equal to. So it is a relation belongs to allied angle 180 minus theta coming under second quadrant where tan is negative. When we have an angle of a type 180 plus or minus theta, what trigonometric function is there? You have to write the same trigonometric function. 180 minus theta is there for tan, therefore write down the tan in the place of theta, that is C. So in other words, we know that tan of 180 minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. Now write down tan A plus tan B on the LHS itself. Now cross multiply the denominator of the LHS to the RHS. You will get minus tan C into 1 minus tan A tan B. Right? I just simply did the cross multiplication. So this is as it is. When this comes to the opposite side, it is coming to the numerator. Now write down the same old LHS, that is tan A plus tan B. Now this is minus tan C into 1 is, it is minus tan C. Minus into minus, it is plus tan A tan B tan C. Right? Now tan A plus tan B. If we transfer minus tan C to the left hand side, it becomes plus tan C. What will be the remaining thing on the RHS? That is tan A tan B tan C. Right? This is also a question taken from the examination. So it is for 6 marks. If A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, prove that tan A plus tan B plus tan C is equal to, so tan A tan B tan C. So instead of asking this question in this fashion, he may ask in any triangle ABC, or if A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, prove that tan 2A plus tan 2B plus tan 2C, which is equal to tan 2A, tan 2B, tan 2C. So the concept is same. So with a little bit of a common sense, we know that A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Since the required answer is in terms of 2A, 2B, 2C, therefore multiply on either side with 2. Right? So it is 2A plus 2B. 180 into 2 it is 360. So 2 into C is 2C. When it is transferred to the right hand side, it is minus 2C. Now apply the tangent tan 2A plus tan 2B. It is tan 360 minus tan 2C. Now it is tan 2A plus tan 2B, 1 minus tan 2A tan 2B. Tan of 360 minus theta is minus tan theta. Now it is tan 2A tan 2B. Transfer the denominator to the right hand side. It becomes minus tan 2C into 1 minus tan 2A tan 2B. The same old LHS, it is tan 2C, it is 2A, 2B, 2C, right? So 2A 2b. If you transfer minus 2c to the right hand side, it becomes tan 2c. The remaining thing is tan 2a, tan 2b into tan 2c on the right hand side. In this fashion also, with respect to the requirement, we have to change the concept in this way. So this is how we have to make the required data. So I hope we may stop our discussion at this stage. In the next class, so let us continue our discussion on continuing the problems on the same concept. If time permits, I will start the problems on the multiple and submultiple angles in the next class. So thank you. KPT ಅನ್ಸ್ತಿದಲ್ಲ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಂಗಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ.